So Francesca, what do you think you can bring to the agency and what type do you think you are?
I think I could bring a lot of excitement and a lot of dedication. I think I'm a very determined and very driven actress, and I really want to go out and find stuff, and I think I could, because I'm so determined, I think I won't stop until I try and book a job. So I feel like I'm just very dedicated, and I love acting and I love the art form, and I just don't see myself doing anything else. So I think I would make a great candidate for you guys just with my determination. And I think personally, I think my type, I think I'm still kind of testing the waters, but I could see myself as kind of like a girl next door. Like in every girl, I feel like I'm pretty relatable. Um, yeah, I could see myself fitting into that category, but I also don't want to limit myself. I'm ready to grow and I'm ready to experience things and kind of just get my foot in and see where it leads me.
Great, great answer. Um, Talk to me about a role that you portrayed or transformed into. What was your favorite role that you've done and why?
Um, I think probably I actually did a short film over the summer with a few of my friends, and I thought this character was so interesting. It was kind of set in the future. It was like a dystopian society, and it was about this wife and this husband, and her husband has an illness. But sorry, it's so hard to describe. But her husband has an illness, and she actually finds a way to erase his memory. So every time, like he ends up finding out that he has cancer, she erases it because she wants to almost kind of protect him. She doesn't want him to live out his last few months worried.
Ah, interesting
So
concept. Yeah.
that short film was really interesting, and because I did have to play a little bit older, so I kind of had to be very centered and very mature, but it was also really challenging because I had to deal with like a secret that it was so just so life impacting because he's dying from cancer. So it was almost like a balance in between, like, oh, I care for you, but I also like I'm trying to protect you and I'm trying to keep this a secret. So I feel like that was very challenging because I knew something that he didn't know, and it
Mhm,
was kind of acting like everything's fine day to day, but also carrying that burden and
mhm,
that sadness. So
mhm,
I thought that that was just one of my favorite roles because I felt like it really challenged me,
mhm.
and it was something that I've never done. So yeah, I think that has to be one of my
Yeah,
favorite.
that does sound challenging and also rewarding. Yeah. Tell me about what actor do you admire the most or actor you'd like to emulate?
Um, I have two actors. I have a male and I have a female.
Okay.
Um, my male, I talk about this with all my friends, but I really love Adam Driver. He is
Okay.
one of my favorite actors. I just his acting style, he's not afraid of anything. Like he steps into a role and he's fully committed, and I really admire that, and I really want to take that and apply it to my work and not be afraid and go in full force and have nothing really stop me and just stay in the character. um, I also really, 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 really love Greta Gerwig. She's an actress and she's also a director, but it's almost the same thing with Adam Driver. They just have like that sense of like they know themselves so well, and they're just very sturdy. And I love that. I love how comfortable they are in themselves, and I really wanna try and encapsulate that. So yeah, I think those two are my favorite actors. She can't kill me, right?
No, of course not.
People break up all the time.
Every day.
It just it just didn't work out. What can I do? I wanted to love her. I tried to love her, but I couldn't.
You tried.
I kept looking at her face. I'd go, come on, love her, love her.
Did you tell her you loved her?
Oh, I had no choice. She squeezed it out of me. she'd tell me she'd love me. All right, at first, I just look at her and I'd go, "Oh, really? Oh boy, that's something." But eventually you have to come back with, "Well, I love you." You know, you could only hold it out for so long.
You're a human being.
And I didn't even ask her out. She asked me out first. She called me up. What was I supposed to do? Say no? I can't do that to someone.
You're too nice a guy.
I am. I am a nice guy.
And cut. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So Noah, what do you think you could bring to our agency? Because I know you do more than just acting. You also, I
Mhm.
believe, do directing
Directing and
and writing too.
screenwriting, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm I just bring myself to the table, and myself comes with openness for any project. I'm willing to read any script, look at any notes for what the studios want or what the people want, and I just for this studio, I think I can really bring a personality to it. I have many stories that I haven't yet directed, but they're there, and I believe that this studio will be my breaking off point from the past and until now, and becoming uh, an artist.
Could you give me a log line pitch of one of your more interesting stories?
Well, a story that I've been working on right now is a story of breaking out of adolescence and becoming comfortable with the idea of failure and not fearing to live life because of failure.
Oh, very appropriate, considering how social media pressures everybody into being a success immediately.
Mhm.
Um, in terms of acting, is there any role that you particularly enjoyed exploring?
I always enjoy like exploring roles that have depth to them. Like I find the best kind of roles are examples could be Elliot from Mr. Robot or either characters from The Lighthouse. They both have a very what's it? They have a traditional look to them where you can see Robert Patterson and you assume that he's just some odd kind of character, but deep down inside you understand how he turned into an odd character from his experiences. And with Willem Dafoe, he plays a stereotype of a sea captain, and I think that stereotype is much more given the fact that he's paired with a psychopath in the movie, and you see how else can we explore a stereotype? We can
So you
make them
like
more than just
complexity. You like
yes,
complex
complexity.
characters. Yeah. Okay. Is there any actor that you admire and like to emulate, or any screenwriter that you would like to emulate?
When it comes to screenwriting, definitely Bill Hader and Alec Berg from the
Okay.
Barry Show,
Mhm.
because it's a show that is very simple to digest. It's a show about a hitman trying to become an actor, but once you get past the premiere, it becomes more than that, and it explores war and the effects of war and trauma and how you can move on from terrible things that you've seen, and how acting or just any entertainment or any field that you admire can be the key to that. So for writing, Alec Berg and Bill Hader,
Okay.
Sam Esmail as well, uh, and actors, I would like to emulate the career of Robert Patterson because he just is a very diverse actor and he brings a lot to every production.
Yeah, it was very nice to see sort of his trajectory after the Twilight movies. He decided to pick and choose different and unusual characters and do a lot of indie projects. So
Mhm.
I agree with you. Okay. I'd like you to read Ex Machina.
Okay.
And let me get Laura. Could you read Ex Machina with Noah, please?
Yep, let me just turn my camera on.
There you go. And you're Ava, and Noah, you are Caleb. And you'll start
Okay.
on the second page and read the scene. It's starting at high, because the first page of the script is a description of the environment. So,
Gotcha, gotcha.
in this,
They're
you
meeting each
are,
other first.
you've been sent from the company to see what the AI work has been.
Hmm.
And Laura, you are a very human-like automaton. So you are, you're not a clone. You are definitely your AI, but you are very much, you sort of look at Caleb, but you want to imitate his behavior. You want to learn as much as you can because you want to be as human as possible because you have a grand plan. So, okay. And you can start whenever you like.
Awesome. Okay. Hi,
Hello.
my name is Caleb.
Hello, Caleb.
Do you have a name?
Yes, Ava.
I'm pleased to meet you, Ava.
I'm pleased to meet you too. Are you nervous?
Why do you ask?
Are you nervous?
Uh, yeah, a little, yeah.
Why?
I'm not sure.
I feel nervous too.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, why do you feel nervous?
I've never met anyone new before. Only Nathan.
Then we're both in quite a similar position.
Haven't you met lots of new people before?
None like you.
Oh,
Yeah, so um, it looks like we need to break the ice. Do you know what I mean by that?
yes.
What do I mean?
Overcome initial social awkwardness.
Okay. Okay, Ava, so let's have a conversation. If we talk, we'll both relax and get time to know each other at the same time.
Okay. What do you like to have a conversation about?
Why don't we start with you telling me something about yourself?
What would you like to know?
Just whatever comes to your head.
Well, you already know my name, and you can see that I'm a machine. Would you like to know how old I am?
Sure.
I'm one.
One what? One year or one day?
One. Does that seem young to you?
Yeah, quite young. When did you learn how to speak?
I don't think I did learn. I always knew how to speak, and that's strange, isn't it? Because language is something that people acquire.
Some believe language exists in the brain from birth, and what is learned is the ability to attach words and structure to the Latin ability. Would you agree?
I don't know. I have no opinion on that. I like to draw. I don't have any of my pictures with me now, but I can show you them tomorrow.
Sounds good. I'd like to see them.
Yes. Will you come back tomorrow, Caleb?
Yeah, definitely.